Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of AVS. My name is Charlie Dior and this is MinaTV.
My name is Yazzie and today we have Milan from the African Millennials with us.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
How you feeling, Milan?
I'm feeling great, actually.
Good. So I was watching some of the episodes, African Millennials, and you guys seem to be having a lot of fun on your show. Is it as fun as we see it on screen?
It's true. I mean, it's super fun with when we all link up. And one of my favorite was the yacht party.
Of course, that's everybody's favorite.
There was so much to eat. There was music. There was the showking was going on. It was great.
Why did you decide to do African Millennial?
First of all, I decided to do the African Millennials because I felt like it's a great platform for me to, be me. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I represent the hood. Like, I'm from the hood, and I talk I talk for the hood. So I just felt like, they need someone in the Millennials who doesn't talk politically correct, who doesn't always, I say what's on my mind, I say what everyone wants to say, but they're scared to say it. So that's why I'm on the show.
So I was actually lucky enough to be on the African Millennials show, and you were one of my favorite, I must say. I absolutely loved your opinions and everything you were saying, because it was very real, it was very honest. You were just being yourself, you embrace where you come from. But I also did notice that when you said it, a lot of people were against you, and they have strong opinions about you being from the hood and the mentality and stuff. So does that affect you in any way when they do that?
Yeah, funny enough, stuff like that doesn't affect me because I'm the type of person, I see what's on my mind and I move on. But then some of my castmates, some of them take things personal, and I'm not the type of person who takes things personal. And I get asked questions like, sometimes after we shoot an episode, someone comes to me, I'm sorry, because, do you feel some time? I'm like, no, I don't even remember what you said.
I like that.
I just say it and keep moving. And then, I don't really take things personally.
I like that.
Yeah.
So speaking of castmates, since you brought it up, I always ask everyone from African Millennials when they come on here, I want to know who is the girl that you would date and the guy that is never allowed to come to your house party.
Can I play?
The fifth? You want to play the fifth? On this one?
Oh, come on. It's all fun and games.
It's all fun. Trust me.
It's all fun and games. It's not literal. You know what I mean?
All right. So,
it's not
should
literal.
I tell you the tea?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Spill
actually
it, all
have
of
a
it.
crush on one of the...
What?
I think I know. Okay, can we do this? Okay, so can we do this? Can we do this? Can we all take a guess?
No. I want the straight tea. I want you to tell me who are you
Okay,
crushing
all
on?
right, let's do it.
now.
Let's do it.
Who is it?
Everybody.
What do you mean? No, you can't
All
have
the
them all.
females on the show.
No, you can't have them all.
I can't.
Okay, so what if you have to choose just one?
You guys have to give me time, I have to, be in the spirit to tell you this. But
Can you at least give us a hint?
He doesn't want to get in trouble.
You don't want to get in trouble?
He doesn't want to get in trouble.
All right, I'm not going to get in trouble,
All right,
but I just want to play it safe.
All right, so just for the viewers out there, they want to know, are you single? Are you looking? What is your deal?
Singular. I'm
Say-
single.
oh,
And are you
single.
looking though? Are you looking ready to
I'm
mingle?
looking.
Oh, okay.
Now.
So write in the comments, slide in that DMs, and let us know what you think.
So I'm gonna go with my guess, and I'm just gonna say who I think because I think she's so beautiful, and I absolutely love her. I love everything about her. Her melanin is popping, and I just think
you're gonna get me in trouble.
But I just think
no,
I just think
gonna call someone like
no, I just think you and her would be a good couple. It's just my opinion.
You're gonna kill my shine.
So I can't. Okay, he doesn't want me. I was just gonna say my opinion, but if he doesn't, Christia, I love her. She's stunning.
But it's not her.
I
mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Ooh, she's beautiful.
I know, stunning. Hi, Christia.
All right, so this is getting hot. This is getting hot. So let's just dig into why we really wanted you to be here. Because on one of your episodes, African Millennials, you guys were talking about domestic abuse.
Yes.
And it was really a hot topic that we wanted to chime in as well. Okay, so to all of you, what do you guys think about domestic abuse?
You mean what is domestic abuse?
What is it? Yeah.
I think domestic abuse is when you have to be in a relationship with someone, right? And I think it's when you abuse them in some way, you hit them, you you take away their money or you're doing something like emotional, like, like the words do cut.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I think domestic abuse is just abuse. I think it can be physical, it can be mental, it can be emotional. I had never thought of it this way till you said it on the episode that it could be financial. Then I was like, yeah, he's absolutely right. So yeah, I would say that those are the 4 terms. However, I would also add that either spouse could be abused. The woman can be abused and the man could be abused as well.
Okay. And what do you think domestic abuse is?
Like I said on the show, I feel like domestic abuse varies in so many forms. It could be financial, like I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, that's
it could
your
be
word.
physical, it could be emotional. It's like you doing something to your partner that is not legit. You feel me? Like, that's abuse. If you wouldn't want someone to do something to you, why would you do it to your partner? You feel me? So anything that you wouldn't want your partner to do, that's abuse to me. Yeah.
Charlie, do you agree with our definition?
I really do agree with all of you guys' definition, but I just want to add on to what you guys were saying. I feel like domestic abuse, people that, have that behavior, because it's a behavior, it's like something you keep doing to somebody that you claim you love, is to basically take control over them. So if you can have control over somebody, you tend to use force, and people use force in different ways. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be economic, which is financially. So it's abuse is abuse. It's something that you don't want to be done to you. Don't do it to somebody else, and it really happens in a lot of relationships.
Why do people stay? Why do you think people stay?
Well, I believe people stay for so many different reasons, because you believe you could change the person, right? You love the person, so let me just stay and, everything will be fine. Or basically the person has something over you that you can't leave, right? Let's say I keep providing for you, right? I give you shoes, I give you bags, Chanel's, name it. But at home, if you don't do exactly what I want, I hit you, right? But then, if I leave you, what am I going to do? I don't have nowhere to stay, nowhere to sleep. So people stay for so many different reasons. They stay because it's somebody that they know. That's all they know. So they stay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Charlie. But I also think that a lot of times people stay because it's normal. I think some people sometimes don't even realize that they're in an abusive relationship. You know what I mean? It becomes so normal to them that it is what it is. Especially if maybe growing up, they witness their mom being beat, or their dad being beat, whatever the situation is. If you end up with a boyfriend that, like, they don't even call it he beat me. They're like, oh yeah, me and Bae were fighting last night. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I hit him, I put my heel on his head, or like, stuff like that. They don't realize it's abuse. So I think that's definitely something to look at as well.
Can I say, okay, so like on the show, I don't know if you guys watched it.
I did. We watched every episode.
Subscribe, yeah. So I was saying, like, some people like the fact that they get abused.
Yes.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
And then they don't think it's abuse. They feel like it's love. Like, from the hood, like, you see people like, they fight their girlfriends, they fight their boyfriends, and then they feel like, oh, he loves me, that's why he's fighting me. So they don't see that as an abuse. And when you try to even tell them, oh, yo, stop, can you leave that? They're like, no, just leave us. That's how we understand each other. So some people really like the fact that they get abused. Like, it's something they really enjoy doing.
See, I would disagree with you, because I remember during that show, the domestic abuse episode for the African Millennials, you talked about, you grew up in the hood and you saw that people saw that as love, but they don't like the abuse. They just think of it as part of what they think of it as something they deserve. Like, they deserve to get beat. Like, I don't think they see it as love. I don't think they like it. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think they like it, but they think that it's something that's coming to them. They think that they deserve to get beat.
Listen, I just feel like they like it, and sometimes most of them do stuff on purpose. Like, if you know your man is gonna beat you up, why would you piss him off? You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like some females, they do these things just because they feel like, oh, let's get into a fight, beat me, and then let's have sex after that. And it's
What kind of?
I mean, you're not from the hood, so you understand.
No, I think I understand what you say. No, hold on. I don't agree with you, but I understand what you're saying. I've seen, instances where it's like that. I understand what you're saying. But when you break it down, there's so many ways you could take that situation too. Women, nobody want to get hit. I don't care what you are.
Exactly.
Hold on, let me finish. Nobody want to get hit. right? If you into kinky stuff where you like, you know, a little rough in bed or, you know, a little play, whatever, people do have that fantasy of, you know, aggressiveness in their men, right? And I feel like most women that, you know, like their men to scream at her, like you're saying,
Right.
that's all they know. They're receiving that as love, but it's not
That's
really
what I
love.
said.
That's
Yeah,
not
they
love.
feel
Because if you,
what he's saying.
it's love.
yeah, but
You
they
said
don't
they
like
like
it.
the
They say
abuse.
no.
They-
What
they
he's saying is
enjoy
the
it.
women enjoy it.
They enjoy
They-
it.
They're not enjoying it.
They
They don't.
enjoy
They
it.
just don't know any better. That's
But
all
they
they
are
know.
enjoying
So you
it.
feel like they're not enjoying it?
Because growing up, right?
Right.
And I want to use Chris Brown as an example. I know we're going to get into it later, but I watched an episode, an interview with Chris Brown,
Right.
right? And
Documentary?
it's just an interview where he was basically saying that growing up, his mother was abused by his father. Right, so this is a part in what he did to Rihanna, where he ended up, you know, abusing Rihanna as well. When you're growing up, right, and you're watching certain things, that's all you know. You receive that as love.
That's bullshit.
So it's not bullshit.
It
You can
is.
disagree with it, but you can't call it bullshit because women out there, the amount of women that I know, nobody want to get hit. I don't care who you are, especially like when it's physical and, you know, in an angry way. Nobody want to do that. They receive that as love. Tiffany from I Love New York, she's very aggressive and she likes when guys yell back at her because she doesn't like to be ignored.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll rather receive you yelling back at them, telling them, shut the fuck up, bitch, and sit down, than, you know, you are ignoring them. So it's just the way they
do you
receive
think
it.
that's
So you
normal?
don't think, yeah, exactly, that's
not
verbal
normal.
abuse. So you don't think they like it?
She
It-
does
I
like it. She's
Yeah,
enjoying
she's
it.
enjoying it.
I don't
That's
think
what
it's,
I'm saying.
you don't know
Like,
any
you
better.
just
You
gave
don't
an
know how to
example.
move
But
on.
you
Yeah,
just
but
said
from that.
because they do not know any better, they are enjoying it. They
Right.
like it because they do not know any better.
So they're enjoying it because they're not leaving from the relationship?
You just
No,
said
they're enjoying
you
it
just
because
said-
she likes it.
you
She
just
wants the
said
guy to
that.
call her a bitch. I don't want a guy to
No,
call
that's
me
not
a
what that's not what I said. I said when she's yelling back at her boyfriend or her man, and the boyfriend is not doing it back.
Yeah.
In a way, she's receiving that as you're not paying attention to me. You know, you're not paying attention to
Right.
me. You know, but
now you are.
And now you are because you're yelling back at me. That is not
so
love.
what do you
call
But
it?
that's what she knows. She knows she's receiving that
When
as
my
love.
boyfriend is yelling, when I'm yelling, do you know what I want my boyfriend to do? I want him to walk over and kiss me, so I can just stop
doesn't
yelling and make
always-
everything
it
okay.
doesn't feel
I
like
don't.
once you have-
I don't want
It
him.
doesn't- that's
I
not-
didn't say
that
it
is just in
always
the
happens.
fantasy
I
world.
said that's what I would want. You know, I wouldn't want him to yell back at me. Why would I want him to yell back at me? For that makes no sense.
Yeah, but to your point, you were saying if your man is hitting you and you're not leaving, that means you like it.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
not
you
true.
said. Yeah.
That's not true. That's
mean,
not
not
true.
all
I'm not
the
saying no,
time.
not all
Because-
females. Listen, not
because-
all females. I said some females.
Yeah, but
So-
it's not true because when you're in a abusive relationship, right, and especially this is a man that you've known throughout your whole life, it's hard for you to leave that relationship because there's so many things that
I have
you
a
know
very-
there's a saying that says the devil you know is better than the angels you don't know.
Exactly.
So you'd rather sit next to the boy that is beating you, beating you,
know
even
what's
though
coming.
even though you know it's coming, then because you don't know what to do. That's your world. That's what you know.
But we also never talk about, you realize a lot of people stay in abusive relationships because it's actually more dangerous for them to leave. People
yes.
like to play like
But you
stalking's
know-
not a real.
Yes.
That's real.
And you know what? I think that like we use the term domestic abuse also so lightly. You know what I mean? Because there are different types of domestic abuse. You know, there's like let's talk about physical, right?
Yes.
There's the guy that maybe will hit you once and will never hit you again or whatever. There's a guy that hitting is wrong. Period. You nobody should ever hit you. But there's a guy that maybe he'll just slap you. You know what I mean? Not a big I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but then there are serious instances where a guy will beat you down. Like
You know, it starts with a slap, though.
Yes.
Yes.
People know there's no relationship ever that somebody has gotten murdered or killed or whatever.
Start from somewhere.
It has to
So
start
you
from
can't just
slap.
a slap
It
is
has
not
to start
just a
with push.
slap.
Yeah.
It has to start with I just pushed you down the stairs
Yes.
and you're pregnant.
Yes.
And you're like, come on. Like
Yes.
it escalates. People make it seem like I think if somebody just comes out and hits you or pushes you, then you
And they don't do it again, you stay.
That's a,
No.
that's a sign from God.
It's
God
start
I
from
think
somewhere.
that
Right.
before you before you even think about staying, like you should definitely go to counseling. You know, maybe counseling can help the guy sometimes because it's not normal for a guy to hit a woman. Clearly, he has things that he's dealing with. You know.
That's not
But
normal.
sometimes also, because sometimes you can judge somebody based on a one-time thing. You feel me? So you can tell me, oh, if your guy slaps you, then he's abusive, and then you have to leave
Whoa.
because
Listen
it's
to
one
me.
time.
That's
I
why I
believe
said, like,
sometimes
the-
people change, and I believe sometimes you do things and then you realize what you did was a mistake.
So
and then,
wait. I need to stay around so you can realize it's a mistake and show me you
so
won't hurt me
it's just
again?
one time you're gonna leave?
Yes. Listen,
I have let
I mean, it depends on every situation.
No, it does
Hold
not
on,
depend.
let me finish because I'm a firm believer of if somebody shows you who they are,
Believe it.
you believe them.
Yes.
And I'm also a firm believer of also giving somebody a second chance. Well, I'm gonna give you a second chance, but now
Not
with
a
me.
third time.
But now with me.
Exactly.
But
So
now with
you
me.
would believe that.
So I'm gonna leave and give you a second chance
I believe it.
by signing you up for counseling
I agree,
and
Charlie.
give you a second chance for somebody else to deal with your behind.
Thank
You know what I mean? No, I'm a firm believer of that.
So,
If somebody shows you who they are,
have to believe it.
listen, you especially when it comes out of nowhere, they've had that in them all, since.
People make it sound like normal people who can control their anger don't get mad. I have gotten mad.
Yes.
You know what I do? I just walk away.
That's
or
what-
I get up,
that-
leave.
yes.
I will stop talking. I will just look at you. There are some people who literally, if anything happens, they're breaking tables.
No.
They're doing this, or flipping
No.
chairs.
You know.
They're punching the wall.
You know
what
who-
are they gonna do to your face?
You know who acts like that? Animals, that's who. And that's what
Exactly.
separates us from animals. If you cannot control, if I can provoke you to the point that you want to hit me, no, you need to deal with something in you.
It's not even
That-
want to hit you. They actually
they
do,
hate
because
you.
have to think about it.
Yes.
You got them angry, then they want to hit you, then they do.
No
There's
one
a
should-
process.
Yes.
No one should
one
have that much emotional power over you, period.
Because Milan, you made a point that, back in Africa, people hit the women and they still stay
It's true.
or whatever the case. But why are they hitting these women? Why can't they fight with their words or simply walk away? Why are they, using the frustration in a different way, like hitting somebody you love?
That's true. Why do you think that?
But I think let's not forget, you guys. We are all looking at this one thing. Like, are we not? We're not looking at the big picture. How did it start? I'm not saying abuse is okay, but then, sometimes something happens for you to react.
So give us a scenario of how it starts.
I'm just saying, like,
That's a good, yeah.
like okay, example, if like we were just talking, and then maybe you get angry, I get angry, you hit me.
The girl hits you?
The girl hits me and I hit her back. I know,
Okay.
definitely I'm gonna hit her.
Okay.
But if I hit her back and it's like really like good and she falls down,
I mean, you
don't
could
think
break
that's
that.
an
You could break
abuse.
that though. You hitting her back, in a way, it's kind of like self-defense,
It is.
right? Because they hit you first. In this case, in this scenario, the woman has done nothing to you, right? Or let's say, even if she did something to you, you have no right to hit her.
I'm saying it's not okay for you to hit a woman.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
But sometimes some actions you can control.
No,
And
you
then
need
it
to
can
control your
happen-
actions.
No, let me tell you, some actions
Okay.
you cannot control. Let's be honest. Like some actions, you do something and then you realize, damn, did I really do this? I really messed up.
So if somebody,
if-
so how would, if she's dating you, right? How would she know what your limit is? Unless you punch her for her to know that that's your limit. Let's say she's having an argument with you and she
Right.
calls you bitch ass nigga, right?
Right.
And
And
that
she-
provokes something in you and you hit her.
Right.
Because that's your limit. No,
Right.
you like your limit is no female should call me a bitch ass nigga. Because in a way that's kind of an emotional abuse, right?
it is.
Yeah, it
right?
is, yeah.
Words can hurt too.
Yeah.
So is that your limit for you to? Does that word give you a right to punch her in the face because she called you a bitch ass nigga?
I'm not saying it's
Because
okay.
because
I'm
you
not
said it starts from somewhere.
I'm not saying it's okay to hit her, first of all. But then, if I react by beating her,
Yeah.
I don't think you guys should. I don't think I should be judged.
No, wow.
I don't think I should be judged based on that. Cause you understand.
No,
what I'm
you
saying?
are gonna be judged because society
based on
judges.
based on the fact that I hit her one time, then I'm gonna be judged my whole life.
But why do you make it seem like hit her once? I'm saying
No, 'cause
it
we
shows
talk-
that you don't have self-control.
Control. Yes.
I understand.
That's what it
Yeah,
But
I'm
at the
pointing at
same
you and
time,
saying-
no, I understand. But at the same time, we all sitting here and then we're talking about, oh, if a woman hits you or if a guy hits you one time and then that's it. And then not even thinking of the fact that, oh, maybe he needs help. Maybe I can help him do this or he can.
But she's not your mother. You can't raise a man. She's not your mother. Your mother should have done that job.
Not your
Your
spiritual
mother should have
guardian.
raised you enough to tell you, not you specifically, I'm just saying out there, Kojo, Kwame, Chinedu, whoever your name is, do not hit females. If somebody's provoking you, not even females, do not hit anybody. If somebody's calling you names, there's ways to deal with
about it.
things like that. You could walk away. If you want to punch something, go and punch a wall. Like, there's ways
But
to...
can I say something? I'm not going to say this because I agree with it. I'm just saying because I'm sure that anyone watching this is thinking this in their head. You said, I'm his girlfriend. I call him bitch ass nigga. He hits me. He's judged for beating me.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm also just as wrong for calling him a bitch ass nigga.
Sure, of course.
He's somebody's child.
Of course.
Those words, you know, so this goes back to like abuse in general. Like, and some women call it down on themselves.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's never okay to hit anyone. It's never okay to hit a man, a woman. It doesn't matter. You keep your hands to yourself.
So by you saying some women call it upon themselves,
What do you
in a
mean?
way you're blaming them.
Yeah, because there's no way. I have a son.
Yeah.
And no girl should be calling my son a bitch ass nigga. I would even be mad if someone, why are you using those words towards him?
What if somebody does call your son?
That's life.
That's life. So what if
Okay.
somebody
So
calls...
if he hits it,
call-
that's life.
No. No.
Why
I
are you
disagree.
calling someone's child
No,
a bitch ass
listen.
nigga? It's the same type
But
of
why
abuse.
do words? Why do I have you when you hit
But
me?
it's okay
I
for
have
you
the
to
power.
abuse. It's okay for you to abuse
But
me
I
verbally,
so- okay.
but it's not okay for me to abuse
That's-
you physically.
I'm not
right?
saying
So what I'm
Is
saying,
that-
yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Okay,
Is that-
if I attack you with words are powerful. Yes.
Yes.
However, if I verbally curse you out, then you are so weak. I have so much control
Sure
over
for
you
you.
that you hit me.
Yes.
That's a form of the other person exhorting. Like, you are. I feel like if somebody is cursing you out and you suddenly go around and you punch them, I think you are weak.
Yes.
I think you have no self-control.
Yes. And you know,
that's
and
just
you,
life.
and you
I'm
know
not
what
gonna
they
want-
want. And you know how
I
they
agree with you,
Yeah.
but I also agree that if you go around calling people names, you are weak, you're ignorant, you're an animal.
True.
There's no, I get upset. There's so many ways to talk about things. I can call you over and be like, oh, hey, what's up? Did I do something wrong? Let's work on this. Let's that. Like, there's no reason for me to call you names. What are you, an uneducated
Yeah, but
imbecile?
I
There-
think
there are
within a
health-
relationship, it's just like when you're in a relationship and you're with somebody. Some people are just like that.
The point that I'm trying to make, the reason why I brought this up is if a man puts his hands on you, you leave. If a woman puts their hand on you, you leave. If
Yeah.
a woman calls you a bitch ass nigga, you leave. If a man calls you a bitch, a hoe, you leave. It's all a form of,
but I
it's all
understand-
abuse.
You're saying I should leave. You don't think it's both fault, and I don't think anyone should. If you leaving the relationship doesn't make your next relationship better. I feel like
You're
you're
right.
gonna take that in the next relationship,
That's true.
and I feel like if that's the case, then you both need counseling.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with it. It's not a one-side thing.
Yes.
Why would you be calling me a bitch ass nigga?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I hit you and you leave, is that gonna stop you from calling the next nigga a bitch ass nigga?
Okay,
Yeah.
and
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
That's
understand.
what I'm saying.
I understand
So-
what you're saying.
You guys, I just don't know. Like, leave. It doesn't work for me. I don't think you should leave.
He keeps talking about one-time thing, right? Domestic abuse, like usually, if you look at most definition, it's a behavior.
It's over
It's a
time.
be-
It's a
over
behavior.
time,
It's an
yeah.
ongoing thing. You see signs. You know, why is it that whenever I do this, you know, he's already, you know, all riled up? Why is it when I do this, he wants to hit me? Why is it when I do? It's a
Exactly.
process, the behavior.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about the signs of domestic abuse then. What are they?
I don't think there's never a sign. There's never a sign. You cannot.
That's not true.
I mean,
You
there
can't.
are
There are
signs.
signs of domestic abuse.
Yes.
A domestic abuser
Okay, I mean signs that someone is an abuser. Someone's abusive.
before he gets abusive to you, or before. Before the relationship, or what?
Yes, you could see it coming.
No, you
could-
can see that
So the
coming.
reason I believe that you can see it coming is because haven't you ever interacted with somebody that they just always got it? They said every time they said something, you digging in,
Yes,
digging in,
yes.
and then you suddenly they get mad. I saw, for example, one of guys I was talking to, and I stopped talking to him after this. He got mad. He wasn't promoted in jobs. So do you know what he did? We were in a car. He had a laptop, a MacBook, and he slammed it over and over again on his lap, and then threw it out a window. To me, you are crazy. That's your anger is out of control. This is like something light, and you're throwing stuff. You're throwing fits. I think those are signs. Or somebody just always saying little digging things at you, something that you're weak at.
There's
Digging
something
at me,
about
there's
them
something
that is
about
not rubbing you.
them.
Well,
But I don't think you can judge that person. Maybe the person is that way on a different level, but I don't think you guys can say, oh, if in a relationship he's gonna be that way. You can't tell if someone is an abuser unless you guys are actually in a
that's what we
relationship and then it happens. Then you can say,
No,
oh,
that's what
okay.
we're saying. We're not gonna. She's not gonna just see like a stranger and be like, "Wow, you have anger issues because of the way you act." And
Right.
if you're in a relationship with somebody, right?
You can tell.
How does it first start? They take you out on a day. It's all nice and
Yeah, it's
sweet.
always
But then
nice,
as time goes on, it's like he looks like a different person, or she looks like a different person that you met. It's like, what happened? Yeah, what happened? Like, you didn't show me this when I first met you. Because you didn't show me this when I first met you. So it's gradual, like it reveals itself. It reveals itself gradually.
I definitely agree that there are signs. Like if the person is quick-tempered, you know, if the person uses bad terms. Like I once dated a guy and I never heard him call a female a bad name. And I really liked that about him because, I mean, I was young at that time and you don't hear that a lot of young guys always using BITCH, HOE, and like all those little things like you kind of have to pay attention to. However, I do also think that when a person is, I don't like quiet people. I mean, it's just, I mean, no offense to anyone that's quiet. It's just my thing when, like, I don't like quiet people because there's no reason why we should be in a room and we're all engaging and you're sitting down quietly. To me, it means that you have issues and I don't want to deal with those kind of issues. Because a man that's also very chilled and very relaxed could snap one day and you never know what the hell they're capable of. I like people that are, I'm not saying loud, but like people that speak their mind and speak their opinions because then you know what they're capable of. You know, you can read the signs, you can pick it up from things that they say. But if someone is like acting all goody-goody, which is the mistake a lot of women make, is, oh, he's so nice, he's so this, he's yeah. He's gonna give you one nice slap one day, and then you'll be like, okay, you know what I mean?
So you think that is a sign, like somebody who kind of withdraws from like a crowd and who just observes? Because there are some people who literally just, they don't say anything.
You know, like sometimes some women are like alpha females and they're very strong and they control their husbands and and then the men are just, it's almost like they're puppies or like dummies. Yeah, Nigerians will say moo.
Nigerians will be saying moo,
you know, Ghanaians will say bele.
Jimmy,
or
bele,
Jimmy, you know.
Yeah.
That man could snap one day, you know what I mean? And when he snaps, like, you literally never know what he's capable of because you, this woman, you think you have everything under your control, you know, la la. And most of the time, you really don't because you really don't know what everything he's keeping it bottled inside and you don't know.
So you're saying people who keep things bottled up, we should watch out?
Yeah, because they snap.
I mean, it's a thing. You know,
snap.
you have to express.
Yeah.
You know, that's why a lot of guys don't like to express their pains and emotion, and then all of a sudden, it's like they're breaking all the walls down. But I want to move on.
It's better to break walls.
That breaking somebody's face.
Yeah, I was gonna say that about the laptop. I mean, you stopped talking to him for whatever reason. That's fine. But I also think maybe that could have been a way of him channeling his anger. Like, you know, I'm not saying that it's right. But maybe for him, you know, I don't think that means that he would hit a woman.
So in my mind, I think that in the relationship, everything in the beginning should be nice, right? Everything should be good. I think everything always goes downhill. So I always calculate like the possibility of, I truly believe that if somebody does something, the best indication of future behavior is past behavior. No one's going to punch me in the face and say, I got you. When I told them, like, you know what? I did see him throw a cell phone out the window. You know what? I saw him slam that computer.
And those are the signs. No, those are the signs.
That's true. You're right.
Those are the signs, but you are so in love.
Absolutely right. But also, maybe he had like $100,000 worth of student loans.
Right.
Maybe his rent was due. Maybe he didn't even have $10 in his pocket and was so looking forward to this job because this job is going to change my life. And, you know, like I've been there. You know, like I've been in a situation where I had it all. When I say I had it all, I mean like on top of the world had it all. And then it was all taken from me. And at that moment, it's kind of like what do you do? So maybe, you know, his way of just dealing with that issue, I thought, like, oh, I'm so frustrated, just broke it.
Yeah, but when you're married with somebody, don't you become frustrated?
Yes.
Like, haven't you been friends? But even, let's say, relationships or even just your best friend. I have friends I've been friends with for like 20 years. I'm not even that old, and I become irritated with them.
Yeah, but you don't hit them.
You know, I don't.
Because there's healthier ways to deal with it.
Can I take this? Okay, good. There's never like a perfect relationship. So you're saying the guy threw his laptop is a problem for you?
Yeah,
so how do you? Okay, it's a rage thing. He threw his laptop. So how do you want someone to deal with a situation like this? Because you guys are saying, oh, if he shouldn't hit you. Okay, he throws his laptop. It's a problem. He's quiet. It's a problem.
It's scary.
Do you understand? Like,
it's scary. So we've really talked about physical abuse, but I want to talk more about financial abuse because it's something that really goes on in a lot of communities. And Milan actually brought it up on African Millennials show. So what made you, you know, why do you have a strong opinion on financial abuse?
I feel like people don't take that aspect of abuse serious.
Okay.
And they think it's okay. And I think I'm gonna go back. I know it's both sides, but I'm gonna go back to.
Wait, what is financial abuse actually?
Financial abuse varies. It's a lot. If you open a secret account and I don't know about it and we're in a relationship, that's financial abuse to me. And if you dig into my pocket
and you don't know
take
about
me, it take me to negative or overdraft.
Look, let me say something though. Are you saying this like in a personal experience? Have you ever been financially abused before?
But
no, I want to know.
Watch the show. Yeah, I have.
You have.
That's why everyone should watch the show.
Yeah,
but what
watch
I
the
was
show.
also gonna say is, even to me, when a guy dates a girl because of the type of work she does, because she makes a certain amount of money, that's financial abuse. Because you're already going in head in. You know, and it's the same thing with girls. A lot of girls also date a guy because a lot of girls will be dating a guy and let's say he's the mailman. They won't marry the mailman, but they will marry the doctor.
Right.
You know.
And then I feel like some people take this and they make fun of it and they do it on purpose. They would probably just take you to an expensive restaurant just to you feel me? And it's really bad and we don't really talk about it. That's why I said it. And when I said it, people were laughing, but it's serious and it happens.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend about this. She's never bought herself a pair of Louboutins, and she's there talking about how she wants this guy to buy her Louboutins. And I said, girl, you at Aldo. How can you expect somebody? Oh yeah, but he has money. What do you mean? So are you dating him for his money, or are you a prostitute? Like what's going on here? You know, and I told her, I said, you should be able to fend for yourself. If you want Louboutins or Louboutins, whatever you want to call them, why don't you just work hard, get your money up, and buy them yourself?
Wouldn't financial abuse be more? Yeah, you guys are just talking about gold diggers.
Yes. Yes, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Financial abuse would be those relationships where women can feel, or women or men cannot feel like they cannot leave because they cannot survive by themselves.
Boom.
Because
That is the financial abuse.
All their
Yes.
money.
No.
Your situation.
No, even what
no,
Shawnee
no.
O'Neal, Shawnee O'Neal did to Shaquille O'Neal was financial abuse.
Yeah.
Whilst they were in a relationship and they were married, and this always baffles me, why I wouldn't date those type of guys. Anytime you want to date a celebrity, a rapper, NBA player, they are going to cheat. Not because they want to cheat, it's part of the lifestyle. They're traveling every night, different city, different. Sometimes they don't even want to cheat. The girls they come like bees. They come with their friends, their sisters. You get what I mean?
All right.
That's the lifestyle. No, let me get to my point, Charlie. That's the lifestyle. So you married Shaquille O'Neal, who at that time, basketball player on top of the world. You know he's cheating. He's sleeping with everybody. He's sleeping with your friend. She decides, okay, I'm gonna play dumb, and I'm just gonna take his money, and she built several houses. She made sure her mom was good, her brother was good, and he was so busy cheating that he didn't even see what was going on. And by the time they got the divorce, I'm sure he settled her and everything, but she had secret stuff that he didn't know about. So that is financial abuse. You stole from your husband.
I really need to get this out because I feel like you two are talking about two different things, and I agree with you, Ivy. What you guys are talking about are gold diggers.
No.
Hold on, let me finish. I'll let you finish, so let me finish. I need
Okay.
to really get this out. Emotional, economic abuse, financial abuse. When you define it, it's when one intimate partner has control over the other person's because they feel like they can be supportive if they leave, right? So that's what financial abuse is. What you went through.
That is economic abuse.
It's the
Charlie.
same thing.
Abuse.
Financial abuse is the same thing.
But-
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on,
We
let
can-
me finish. Let me land this point. What you went through, where you dated somebody and they were digging into your account and they're doing all of that, you were supposed to be mindful of your account, or whatever the case might be. You didn't hide the money from her. You wasn't abusing her by not giving her. Let's say she wasn't working and you were the provider, right? And you're keeping the money away from her. That's you abusing her. You're using your money as a power over her. So you're abusing her financially without leaving, what do we call it, chop money on, to her.
Why do you have to be the one living here chop money?
No, but I'm saying let's say she's a housewife and she doesn't work. She has all your kids. She has six kids. Because I see you, it looks like you will have 6 kids. What if
Someone on the show has 6 kids?
Well, what if she has 6, 7 kids? She can't work. She's a housewife. You come home, everything is cleaned out, so you give her money. What if you're not doing that? You're abusing her financially. Because when she leaves, she's gonna be broke.
You made a point, but
So
at the
that's
same
financial
time,
abuse.
It's true, but at the same time,
What you're
so at
saying-
the same time, yeah. But at the same time, some people would be in a relationship and they wouldn't want to work because they feel like, oh, my spouse is
that's a
making
lazy-
more.
that's a lazy
fine,
But it's
behind.
financial abuse.
That is
as
not a
well.
financial abuse.
It is
That's-
financial
no, it's
abuse
not.
as well, Charlie.
No, it's not. That's
it
a
is.
go.
Because I do know what they're talking about. Like
It is.
I've seen people who got married and one spouse quits work. so the other one can take care of them.
Look,
like that's confusing.
Yeah, like I
but
used to date a guy. I used to date a guy. I had 2 jobs. He had 0 jobs. And he treated me like a queen, like a princess. I'm talking about foot massages. I would come home with the bag. So my mind didn't even come on it because I had never experienced that. I had come from an awful relationship, and I came into this relationship where this guy was treating me so well. I didn't realize I was being financially abused till a year later when I realized like what? Like I'm paying for everything. I realized that I'm paying everything. We're going out, I'm paying everything. But I didn't realize that it's a form, it's happened to me.
Yeah, but it's something that you didn't realize.
But I don't care what this says. I don't care what online says, what people want to define. That is abuse. He abused me. He only was with me because of what I could do for him. He ended up even living in my house, and I don't even know when he moved in. I couldn't even tell you.
No, he didn't abuse you.
I didn't even know he got evicted from where he was living. I didn't even know.
Why were you with him?
Because he treated me well.
So
like
wait. He
made me feel really good. He treated me well. Like
with what?
I'm talking about the type of guy that would open doors for you. Like I remember I moved into a brand new apartment. I went to work. I came back one day. He had set up the whole apartment. He had set up I wasn't used to that.
So you didn't love him?
I didn't. I thought that was love. Okay. I came from a relationship, right? Where I worked, but my money was my money, and he financially took care of everything financially.
Can I say
right?
something?
No, hold on. Let me finish. He financially took care of everything. He treated me well. Like we were in a great place, you know. Till I realized, like, oh, you work too much. Like you're never ever here. He was gone so much that he wasn't there for me, right? So I broke up with him. I'm like, this is too much. Like, I can't deal with this. Like, you're never here. I don't care how comfortable I am. You're never here. Now I start dating this guy who's always there. Yeah. You get what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, I hit the jackpot.
I don't think he was financially abusing you.
He was just a leech.
This is what I believe. In a relationship, right? It's all about what you bring to the table, right? So this is what he brought to the table. He brought, he catered for.
You're just saying that because you know him.
No.
Because you know him.
No,
it's financial abuse.
No. Hold on. That's what he brought to the table. He didn't have money. You did.
Like she said.
Milan,
do you know him? Do you know the intentions?
I don't care if I know him or not. I'm talking about based on what you're saying.
But that's how she felt. She felt like she's
I
being
understand.
abused.
Yeah, like I was there.
I'm not disagreeing to
I was there. Like I went through it. To the point that like, okay, so if it wasn't financial abuse, I loaned him money for businesses to do certain things. When we broke up, he was like, yeah, I'm going to pay you back. I have text. When it was time to pay back, he never paid it back and called me a gold digger. Called me money hungry after you owe me.
But I really want you guys to understand.
So I do think that there are a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships in America where people are abused as in they can't leave. They can't do anything because they have a kid by you. You took care of everything. You took everything from them. Like some people have dropped out of school because they're like, you know what, you're pregnant, drop out of school, I'll take care of everything. They'll hold that over you. Yes. That's what abuse is. Somebody who's exercising control over you.
So that's like saying that if a guy slapped me, it's okay, but if he beat the crap out of me and I'm sick and I'm laying on the floor, it's not okay. The abuse is abuse. It doesn't matter.
At your point, you bring something to the table. There was some qualities of him that you saw that you liked. Him, treating you nice and all of that. Most guys don't do that. So when you saw that he was doing that to you, you loved it, right? And what you brought to the table was money. So everybody brought something to the table.
I think abuse is serious.
So abuse, you wasn't financially abused.
I mean, I don't have to go so personal into my personal life, but trust me, if anyway how, and his financial decisions he made did affect me after the relationship. So yes, it was abuse because it's affected me today. I mean, I'm talking about this guy running up my credit card bill where I had to even still pay the credit card bill after we weren't together. You can't tell me that's not abuse. That is financial abuse. We lived together. You can't say that it's only financial abuse when you're married. And no, abuse comes in different ways. And they're just like the same way, physical, emotional. If your boyfriend calls you ugly one time, it has the same effect as if he woke up every day and called you ugly every single day. Because maybe I'm the type of girl, you call me ugly once, it won't affect me. But you call me ugly 10 times, then it will affect me. Everybody's different. So abuse is abuse.
It's nice for us to have these conversations because, like you said, abuse is, abuse in any form is a serious issue, and anybody that is going through that should really seek out for help. Thank you so much, Milan, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I hope we didn't scare you too much.
I'm never scared.
Yes,
I
good,
always come
good.
prepared.
You are always welcome here on ABS. We love you for coming.
And I think everyone really needs to watch, like, African Millennials. Subscribe,
Yes,
watch
need
it,
to watch
especially
it.
that
Definitely.
episode. Because, you know, you guys heard me talk about my personal. He talks about his personal in that episode, and it was amazing. Like, you have to watch it, guys. So
Great.
tune in.
Thank you.
Tune in every Wednesdays at noon. Yeah.
Wednesdays at noon it comes on.
African Millennials. Subscribe, please.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.